There is a moment, a sacred hour that rises out of the dust of waiting, a moment when the heavens open, and the winds of destiny blow fierce and strong. That moment, my friends, is now. Your time has come. For too long you have walked in the shadows of doubt, the wilderness of uncertainty, but today the veil is torn, the silence breaks, and the voice calls you forward. It is not by chance, nor by mere coincidence, but by divine appointment, that you stand upon this threshold. The days of preparation, the nights of wrestling with your soul, all have brought you here. Just as the sun rises over the mountains, illuminating the valley below, so too does your purpose rise to meet you. The ancient ones spoke of such a day of awakening, a day when those chosen would step into the fullness of their calling. Hear me now. Your time has come to rise from the ashes of your past, to shake off the chains of fear and complacency. The hourglass has emptied, the trumpet sounds, and the fields are ripe for harvest. What you have sown in secret, what you have dreamed in silence, will now burst forth in power and glory. Do not be afraid of the challenges that lie ahead. The storms that roar around you are but the winds of testing, designed not to break you, but to make you stronger, to refine your spirit like gold purified by fire. Stand firm, hold fast, for in the breaking you will find breakthrough. This is your appointed time, the hour when the promises whispered in your heart take flesh and bone. The time when your faith becomes sight, your hope becomes action, and your courage becomes a beacon to others lost in the dark. Do not delay. Do not hesitate. The gates have swung wide open. The call has been sounded. Step forward boldly into the destiny that awaits you. Remember, history moves on the shoulders of those who dare to answer. The world waits for the light only you can bring. The time is no longer coming, the time is here. Your time has come. There comes a moment in the life of every person when what once seemed distant, unclear, or out of reach suddenly reveals itself with undeniable clarity. It is a moment marked not by coincidence or chance, but by divine appointment, a time when the hand of the unseen moves to place you exactly where you need to be. This is not random, it is purposeful. It is a call that resonates deep within your soul, awakening a response that can no longer be ignored. You find yourself standing at the crossroads of your life, and something greater than your own plans and desires beckons you forward. The sense of timing is perfect, orchestrated beyond human understanding, as if the very heavens have aligned to open a door, a gateway into your destiny. In this appointed moment, the past struggles and seasons of preparation converge to form a foundation. The waiting, the wondering, the wrestling, it all has led you here. The silence that once filled your days begins to break, replaced by a whisper or a roar from beyond, urging you toward your next step. It is a sacred invitation to embrace the path laid out before you, even if that path is shadowed by uncertainty. This divine appointment carries with it both challenge and promise, a call to trust in a purpose larger than yourself. Though you may feel unworthy or unprepared, the truth remains that this moment was designed for you. It is as if the very stars have marked this hour, setting into motion events that only your presence can fulfill. The weight of destiny settles upon your shoulders, not as a burden, but as a responsibility, one that demands your attention and your courage. You are summoned now, summoned to rise, to move, and to step into the fullness of what has been destined for you from the beginning. The long season of waiting is finally drawing to a close. For too many days and nights, you have lingered in the place of anticipation, watching and hoping for something to change, for the moment when your life's purpose would finally take shape. Waiting is never easy. It often feels like time is standing still, while your heart grows heavy with impatience and doubt. But now the time has come to leave behind that place of stillness and step into a season of action. The waiting has served its purpose, preparing you in ways unseen and shaping your spirit for the challenges ahead. What once felt like a pause or delay was actually a vital part of your journey, strengthening your resolve and refining your vision. This moment is not merely the end of waiting, it is the beginning of fulfillment. It is the point at which your dreams, your efforts, and your prayers converge into reality. The days of uncertainty and hesitation must now give way to movement and purpose. This transition can be both exhilarating and frightening, for stepping forward often means leaving behind the comfort of what is known and venturing into the unknown. Yet it is precisely in this unknown that growth occurs and destiny unfolds. As you prepare to move beyond waiting, know that this time calls for boldness. The path before you may not always be clear, but the promise is certain. Your life's purpose is ready to be revealed, and the world awaits what you have to offer. No longer will you be a spectator of your own destiny. You are called to become an active participant, a force moving forward with intention and passion. The time to stand on the sidelines is over. This moment demands your courage and your faith, as the doors that once seemed closed are now opening wide. Doubt and fear have long been silent companions, whispering lies and holding you captive in a place of hesitation. They cloud your vision and weigh heavy on your heart, convincing you that you are not enough, that the path ahead is too treacherous, or that failure is inevitable. These shadows have kept you confined, preventing you from stepping fully into the calling that stirs within you. Yet now the time has come to rise above those voices, to break free from the chains of uncertainty and walk boldly into the purpose that awaits. Rising from doubt is not a denial of the challenges you face. Rather, it is an act of courage that acknowledges fear but refuses to be ruled by it. It is the choice to believe in the promise of what lies beyond, even when the road is unclear. Fear may scream that you are unprepared or that the obstacles are insurmountable. But you must remember that the greatest achievements have been born in the face of fear, and the strongest leaders have been forged in moments of uncertainty. To rise from doubt and fear is to reclaim your power. It means stepping out of the shadows and into the light of your own potential. It means trusting the strength within you and the guidance that has carried you this far. This is a turning point, a spiritual awakening that ignites hope and determination. The fear that once paralyzed becomes the fuel that drives you forward, sharpening your focus and awakening your resolve. You have been tested and you have endured. Now is the moment to shed the weight of hesitation and move forward with confidence. The chains of fear can no longer hold you back when your spirit is anchored in faith and your heart beats with purpose. Your purpose and destiny are not vague ideas or distant dreams. They are realities waiting to be unveiled in this very moment. For too long, they have been hidden beneath layers of doubt, distraction, and delay. But now, like the dawn breaking over a darkened horizon, your true calling begins to emerge with unmistakable clarity. It is as if the pieces of a great puzzle are finally coming together, revealing a picture that only you can complete. This is the hour when what was once concealed steps into the light, when your unique gifts and talents align perfectly with the needs of the world around you. Destiny does not come to those who wait passively. It comes to those who awaken and embrace the call. Your purpose has been shaped by every experience, every trial, and every moment of growth. It is embedded deep within your spirit, a fire that has burned quietly but steadily, now ready to blaze forth with power. You were created for such a time as this, and the path you walk is tailored specifically for you. A path only you can walk, with the impact only you can make. As destiny unfolds, it reveals not only personal fulfillment, but also a greater mission that stretches beyond yourself. Your calling connects you to something larger, a movement or a cause that requires your passion and commitment. This unfolding is not accidental, it is intentional and divine. It invites you to trust the process, even when the road ahead seems uncertain or the way forward is veiled in mystery. Each step you take now moves you closer to the realization of your highest potential. The future that once seemed distant now stands within reach, and your purpose becomes a living, breathing reality that demands your full attention and wholehearted pursuit. Trials and challenges are not obstacles meant to stop you. They are the refining fire that strengthens and shapes you. Life's difficulties often come unexpectedly, testing the limits of your endurance and shaking the foundations of your faith. Yet within these tests lies a hidden purpose, to forge character, to develop resilience, and to prepare you for the fullness of what is to come. Just as gold is purified by fire, so too is your spirit strengthened through the trials you endure. These moments are not punishments, but necessary steps on the journey toward becoming the person you are meant to be. Each challenge carries with it lessons that cannot be learned in times of ease. The struggle awakens hidden depths within you, strengths and wisdom you might never have discovered otherwise. It is in facing adversity that your true nature is revealed, your resolve is hardened, and your faith is deepened. The storms of life shake you, but they do not have to break you. Instead, they can become the very source of your breakthrough. Endurance becomes your greatest ally. When you persist through hardship, you build a foundation of strength that cannot be shaken by future trials. This process is often slow and painful, but it is essential. It refines your heart, hones your focus, and clarifies your purpose. The struggle is the soil in which your dreams take root and grow strong. Understanding the refining power of trials changes your perspective on suffering. Rather than seeing hardship as a sign of failure or abandonment, you begin to recognize it as a vital part of your growth and preparation. Through these experiences, you are being shaped for a destiny far greater than comfort could ever provide. The challenges you face today are the very things that will make your victory tomorrow possible. Breakthrough often comes at the end of a long and difficult journey, after seasons of persistence, faith, and unwavering determination. It is the moment when the efforts you have poured out, the prayers you have whispered in the quiet, and the struggles you have faced all converge to bring about a powerful shift in your life. Breakthrough is not simply luck or chance. It is the result of endurance, an unyielding commitment to press forward, even when the way seems blocked or the outcome uncertain. Endurance is the secret strength that carries you through the darkest nights and the heaviest storms. It is what keeps you moving when fatigue threatens to overwhelm you and when discouragement whispers that giving up is easier. Those who endure learn that true victory is not about avoiding hardship, but about refusing to be defeated by it. Each step forward, no matter how small, becomes a building block for the breakthrough that lies ahead. In the process of endurance, your character is tested and your faith is refined. You learn patience and perseverance, understanding that some victories come only after the longest wait. The breakthrough is often preceded by a season of waiting, wrestling, and refining, times when it feels as though nothing is changing. Yet, beneath the surface, unseen forces are working on your behalf, preparing the way for the breakthrough that will transform your life. The promise of breakthrough is a beacon that lights your path, encouraging you to hold fast and keep believing. It reminds you that your persistence matters, that your hope is not in vain, and that the struggles you face are temporary. When breakthrough arrives, it brings with it a release of favor, opportunity, and fruitfulness that makes every hardship worthwhile. Faith is often the seed planted in the soil of uncertainty, and it is through that seed that the invisible becomes visible. To say your faith will become sight is to declare that what you have hoped for, what you have believed in quietly and sometimes secretly, will come into full view. It is the transformation of belief into reality, the moment when the promises you clung to in the dark break forth into the light of day. This is the power of faith made manifest. where trust in the unseen is rewarded with the evidence of the seen. Faith carries you through the unseen battles, the long nights of waiting, and the moments when doubt threatens to overwhelm. It is the anchor that holds steady amid the storms of life. But faith is not passive, it is active and alive. It moves you forward when the path is unclear and encourages you to keep pressing on even when the road seems impossible. It is the force that turns possibility into probability and dreams into certainty. When faith becomes sight, the veil of uncertainty is lifted, and the vision you have carried in your heart becomes a tangible reality. What was once only a flicker of hope becomes a blazing light, illuminating the path before you and confirming that your trust was not misplaced. This transformation is often gradual, unfolding in stages, yet when it finally arrives, it brings with it a profound sense of joy, confirmation, and purpose. This transition from faith to sight is a sacred journey, one that requires patience, perseverance, and unwavering belief. It is a testament to the power of trusting in what cannot yet be seen, and a reminder that even the smallest act of faith has the potential to move mountains. When your faith becomes sight, it marks the beginning of a new chapter filled with promise and fulfillment. Courage is often the quiet flame that burns within, a strength that refuses to be extinguished even in the darkest of times. When you choose to walk boldly into your calling, your courage becomes a light that not only guides your own steps, but also shines for others who are lost or unsure. It is a beacon of hope in a world that so often feels overwhelmed by fear and doubt. By embracing your courage, you become a source of inspiration, showing others that it is possible to overcome obstacles and pursue their own purpose with determination. To have courage is not to be fearless, but to move forward despite fear. It means standing firm when uncertainty surrounds you, speaking truth when silence is easier, and acting with conviction when hesitation tempts you to stay still. This courage awakens something powerful, not only within yourself, but within those who witness your journey. People are drawn to those who face challenges head-on because courage reveals the potential that lies beyond struggle. It invites others to believe that they too can rise above their limitations and make a difference. When your courage lights the way, you become a guiding force in the lives of many. Your willingness to step into the unknown, to fight for what is right, and to hold fast to your vision becomes a rallying point for those searching for direction. The impact of your bravery extends beyond your own story, touching hearts and igniting passion in others who see your example and dare to follow. This kind of courage is contagious. It creates a ripple effect, transforming communities and changing the course of lives. Your courage, rooted in purpose and fueled by faith, becomes a torch passed from hand to hand, illuminating a path forward in a world hungry for light and leadership. History is shaped by those who answer the call, those who refuse to remain silent or passive when faced with the opportunity to make a difference. It is not the bystanders or the hesitant who leave a lasting mark, but the ones who rise up, who step forward despite uncertainty and risk. The pages of time are written by the bold, the faithful, and the determined, those who understand that their actions in this moment ripple far beyond themselves. To answer the call is to become part of a larger story, a legacy that reaches across generations and changes the course of lives. When you choose to respond to your calling, you align yourself with the forces of change that have always moved humanity forward. You become an agent of transformation, a vessel through which hope and renewal flow. This is no small task. It requires courage to stand firm in your convictions, resilience to overcome obstacles, and vision to see beyond the immediate circumstances. But it is through this commitment that history moves, shaped by the influence of those who dare to act. The world does not wait for perfection or certainty. It waits for those willing to step up, to lead with conviction, and to carry the torch of progress. Your willingness to answer the call places you among those who have changed history, who have sparked revolutions, built movements, and ignited hope in the darkest times. Every great change began with someone saying yes to their moment, no matter how daunting it seemed. To understand that history moves on the shoulders of those who dare to answer is to recognize the power you hold right now. You are part of that lineage, that unbroken chain of individuals who chose action over inaction, faith over fear, and purpose over complacency. Your response to this moment will echo in the lives of those who follow, shaping the future in ways you may never fully see, but that will be felt for generations. The moment you have been anticipating is no longer on the horizon. It is here, demanding your attention and your action. The time is no longer coming, it is now. This realization carries immense power because it breaks the illusion of endless delay and places you squarely in the present, where decisions must be made and steps must be taken. To recognize that your time has come is to embrace a sense of urgency and purpose, understanding that the opportunity before you will not wait indefinitely. It is a call to rise, to move forward boldly, and to seize what has been prepared for you. There is a sacred immediacy to this moment. The doors that were once closed have now been opened, the path that seemed blocked is now clear. This is the hour when preparation meets opportunity, when dreams meet reality. It is a convergence of timing and destiny that invites you to step out of hesitation and into action. To stand still now is to miss the tide that carries you forward. The world around you is shifting, and you are called to shift with it, to become an active participant in the unfolding story. This moment demands not just awareness, but courage. It calls for a willingness to leave behind old fears, doubts, and excuses. The time to wait for someday has passed. Your future will be shaped by what you do today. Every step you take now moves you closer to the fulfillment of your purpose. The energy of this time is powerful, filled with potential and promise. To fully grasp that your time has come is to recognize the responsibility that comes with it, the responsibility to act with intention, to trust your path, and to embrace the role you are meant to play. This moment is your invitation to rise and to walk boldly into all that you were created to be.